Okay, so we are kicking off the team reveals for Madden 21 for TFL. We have me, Bon, and Cooley are hosting, and then we have three of the four owners for the first division that we are going to be revealing today. And that division is the NFC North.
Damn it.
My old division. So we're going to start off, and the first team that we're going to reveal today is going to be the Chicago Bears, who our former owner Jump is retiring. So our new owner this year is going to be Vin Moss. So Bon, let's hear a little bit about this Bears team.
All right, let me pick them up real quick. Team North Chicago. Done. So the Bears, obviously coming back with a really good defense. They got Khalil Mack at 97, Eddie Jackson 89, Akeem Hicks. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 7 of their top 10 players are on the defensive side. Allen Robinson at wide receiver, Charles Leno Jr. at left tackle, and Cody Whitehair at center are the only offensive players rated in the top 10. And then Danny Trevathan is their last 80-plus overall rated player. So I think last cycle we all were kind of ridiculous with how Chicago's defense was ranked or how they were rated. They're still rated really well. Maybe not as well as last cycle. So it should provide a little bit more of a challenge. Offense is definitely going to be a challenge. Let me find Trubisky on here. Let's see where he's at.
He's a 72.
There you go.
Look at the bottom. 71.
So the quarterback might be a position there.
Nope.
Good special teams. Pat O'Donnell and Eddie Pinheiro both in the low 70s.
Best punter in the league.
And Ted Ginn Jr. on the Bears. I didn't know that. He's not very fast though, 91 speed. So the Bears, a defensive-oriented team. Go to Cooley to talk a little bit about whatever he's talking about.
Whoops. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm talking about. So Vin Moss, right? I'm just gonna he was the Bills the last cycle. Had a pretty good year. I will say this that some of you may not know. He had the most wins in the AFC. Vin Moss, I bet you didn't know that.
I did not know that, actually.
60 and 52 was his record. I mean, that's way below the NFC, but what can you expect?
AFC is competitive, not top heavy.
Trash. And he had 3 out of 7 winning seasons. He was 0-2 in the playoffs, though, but did have one yearly award I saw. And I tried to look through to see, but I didn't notice a whole lot. I was trying to look at him, but I noticed this last season, Vin Moss did have the fewest interceptions in the league the last season with only 9. So hopefully the Bears defense will help him pick up there. And the Bears also got Robert Quinn, I think, didn't they sign him?
Yep. Signed him, Leonard Flogo.
Their linebacker defensive line will be a force again, but I think Moss had a good. I mean, you have the most wins in your conference. That's pretty good over the course of the cycle. So looking forward to him coming to the NFC, getting a little bit more of a beatdown.
I mean, I was in the NFC my first year in the league. We quickly hopped out after all 10-plus win seasons and not making the playoffs once. But now I got a team that's stacked defensively, so I don't have to worry about defense pretty much at all. Linebackers, front seven is one of the top front sevens in the league, right from the start. Jalen Johnson coming as a rookie for that third corner is going to pretty much solidify that second safety.
Who are the rookies for the Bears? Who did they draft?
Tayshaun Gibbs, or we drafted Jalen Johnson, the corner, who I believe he's a 73 to start as a number 3 corner.
Oh, here we go.
And then we let Clinton Dix walked. We brought in Tayshaun Gibson, he's older, So he's more than likely going to be a 1 year. Like that's that one defensive spot to go fill right away. But then, I mean, offensively, it's a decent line. It's not great, but it'll get the job done.
Sorry, Vin. Repeat everything that you said.
I don't know really where it cut off, but
I don't
defense is
either.
key. Defense is key here. I know the last couple of cycles, that's where I focused out all the money at. Chicago, you don't got to worry about it because they already did that for me. We have the quarterback in Trubisky. That's first and foremost. So everybody can take, that sigh of relief knowing Chicago was sticking with Trubisky, but you can have your relief now and regret it later. But yeah, I mean, we have 2 great running backs. We need depth there outside of them if one of them does get hurt, but that's not a hard fix. That's not a lot of money spent there. The receivers they're solid for now. Could use a little bit more depth, talent-wise. And offensive line is decent. I believe there's just one of the guard spots. I think it's right guard. Is Jermaine Ifedi, I believe, is who we have slotted in as a starter as of right now. But the other 4 spots are solid. So we don't have a lot to work on other than just trying to build rivalries with everybody outside of Green Bay because that's already there. Now we got to go get them going with the Vikings and Lions even more so.
Vin, what's your expectation like moving into the cycle? Do you expect to compete early? Do you think you might need to rebuild a little bit?
Nope. Compete early. We don't ever look to rebuild. We have a top front 7, a great secondary to go with it. Our defense should keep us in the games to go along with our solid offense. And if Trubisky does struggle, we're not worried about it. He'll bounce back, but our defense will keep us in range of the playoffs at least. And then we'll let Trubisky unleash from there on out.
How much time are you going to give Trubisky? Because he'll be in the last year of his contract in the first season, right?
Yep, he should get that 5th player option. Depending on what the money is for that, we'll see how that goes and how he plays. Foles is strictly a backup at this point. It's not really a competition. We're gonna trust in the high overall pick of Trubisky and everything we gave up to get that, and we're gonna give him every opportunity he can to prove he was worth it and to prove he is our guy.
All right. I don't have anything else. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Good overview on the Bears there from Vin, Moss, Bond, and Cooley.